In today's video, we're going to be looking at Echo. Do you want to open your Spotlight caches? Do you want to spend your tokens on her? I believe we've already been able to make a judgment on this based on gameplay and talking to some others. Also, we are going to be looking at the mystery pack that is in game. Well, technically, depending on when you're watching this video, you're going to get it tonight. Do you want to spend your hard-earned cash on it? So let's jump in. Let's hit the offer real quick. Mystery pack, it's going to be $20 US. We've talked about these loosely in some of our other offer review videos. You get the mystery variant, the 1,000 tokens, 550 credits, 200 gold. The 200 gold is not that much. Honestly, it's like maybe a couple US dollars, $2 to $3 US. So that's not really helping with the price point on this very much. So we're going to have to go to the spreadsheet. They love these mystery packs. We've already talked about what is in the offer. The base pricing on this is generally 34. And again, the economy's in flux. So we're still sort of seeing how that all settles in, but it's around the $34 to $46 base pricing. Again, I've got two different base pricings, one for the Token Tuesday type spenders, one for those whale types who spend the $100 on that gold offer as frequently as they can to refresh things. And we know the actual cost is around 20. So the discount here is anywhere from the 40 to 56, 57% range. And more importantly, the tokens per gold and the credits per gold. There's a 0.7 tokens per gold on this and a 0.5 credits per gold. Now, again, there's 200 gold in this, so those could fluctuate up and down because obviously you can't use the 200 gold on both of them. But because there's also tokens and credits in this, they're close to where they might be. The new Token Tuesdays are around the 0.7 mark, the 0.74. So if you're really weighing it by that, this is not a bad offer to use cash money on. I've labeled this as a maybe buy because of the tokens. I think ultimately it depends on how much you have per month that you want to spend. $20 US might not be something a lot of people can necessarily put into the game. And I think if you're going to spend money on the game, you got to make sure you're buying that season pass. It just really helps with card acquisition and not needing that card on a Spotlight cache later on. So when you're looking at dollars that you might want to spend the rest of the month of July, all of the, well, actually just two of the other offers left are at a cash money offer, and they're not that great. One's purely cosmetic. They got good discount percentages, but you're not getting a lot of them. The other one's a mystery variant, which isn't as much. It's just 700 credits. So if you're under your budget for the month, then this might be a decent offer for you to get. The only other offer this month is the Ring of Fire, which is gold. If for some reason you want to maybe pull it over into August, I will say in August, there are some huge bundles that you might want to save your money for. So my recommendation is if you're on a tight budget and this offer is not necessarily doing it for you, you might want to save for this Pro Bundle Mark II where you get 5,000 tokens and 11,000 credits, which is straight up bonkers at this point in game. You're definitely going to want to buy that one. So maybe save your money for that. All right, so let's talk Echo, and shout out to Lauren Whatevs for already upgrading this card to make it look so good. These new cards do have amazing animations on them. That is a big part of the cosmetics that Second Dinner, I believe, is trying to sell us on. And hopefully the monetization on the game keeps heading in this sort of direction and has people interested in it to see cards like this and go, I really want that. So I'm going to spend money on my Spotlight caches. As a competitive game that you want to have as many people as possible, that's what you want to lean in toward. So Echo's got the abilities to, after your opponent plays an ongoing card in a spot, it removes its abilities. We've talked before about how this can help protect against Cosmo, or maybe make sure that you've got any on reveals that you want to protect. I had the opportunity to watch Alex on stream. If you're not already following him, definitely go check him out. He's obviously one of the bigger content creators. I'm sure if you're here, then you've obviously checked out him already, or you're already familiar with him. But he's playing some really cool on reveal decks. You can see one here with Ironheart. It just keeps going off and off and off, and Echo's there for some nice protection. He also does some with Ironheart, Wong, Wolfsbane, Odin. I mean, the cards get pretty big. And again, if you've ever been worried about your protection for your Wong, this is a perfect opportunity to be able to take advantage of that. So Alex has got some great on reveal decks. Again, check out his channel if you haven't already. I mean, look at this Wolfsbane. It got up to what, 31? I mean, look at him. I mean, he knows it. It's like, that gets crazy good. And Echo helps protect that. She didn't necessarily in this case, but it's there to help. Our friends over at the Snap Judgment podcast, by the way, make sure to go check them out as well, also have some nice decks out there. I'll go ahead and link this one in the description below. This is some Valkyrie protection for Echo. I know a lot of people really love to play Valkyrie, and Echo can help guarantee that Valk goes off. And it's great to put there because your Valkyrie just needs it there getting to 3 costs, so that way you can control the lane. The part that I was probably most excited for was a Hela deck. This is the one that I'm currently sort of playing around with. And yes, I have a use for Crystal, so that way I can help draw some cards. I've got Zabu in there to hopefully pull it in sooner because You have to have an Echo Invisible Woman down. Really, Invisible Woman's got to be down by turn 4. And then you're looking turn 5, MODOK, turn 6, Hela. Now, I will say, it didn't feel all that different than a regular Hela deck. Yes, it gives me some protection, but I still felt like, well, I didn't really necessarily pull off the exact order that I'd always want to, because sometimes I get Echo and not Hela, or sometimes I get Invisible Woman and not Echo, or sometimes I get everything but Invisible Woman. It's like, well, this doesn't work with it, because you're not going to plan on top decking Hela if you have Marca Chavez, obviously. You could drop Chavez for hoping to get Hela, but that, again, limits your opportunities early on. So let's give this deck a quick spin on Conquest to see, can we get it to line up? Just so you can get a feel. All right, so we looks like we're playing against a Thanos deck. We do get Echo right away. We get Crystal and MODOK. They snap, which is kind of an insta thing you typically do in Proving Grounds. You know what? Let's just YOLO into this. It's okay to hold on to Echo for turn 1 because you've got some turns to play around with a little bit, and I don't have Zabu. All right, so they're playing a Mind Stone into Machine World, which honestly, that's for 2 stones, so that doesn't help us at all. Draw 1 cost card, which again, isn't gonna do much for us at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and lay Echo down. I've now got my MODOK and my Hela, but I do not have my Invisible Woman, and that is a big part of this deck. I have to have that. They play a Power Stone and they play a Space Stone. That's fine. I play down my Echo. Let's hopefully get an Invisible Woman. I get a Hulk, so still nothing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a full deck here, which is terrible for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the Power Stone just to get it off the board. And I'm not gonna go give it over here back to them. And at this point, Crystal is worthless because I cannot play her on turn 4 because I need to play MODOK on turn 5. And I don't get Invisible Woman. So that means dead. I'm toast here. There's nothing I can do that really likely will help me win the game. I will go ahead and throw some cards out there just to see if there's any chance for a potential comeback. We got a Mojo World, so now we're going to want to play some cards there. Iron Lad, that copies there. I wish that was face up. It really drives me nuts. So it was Devil Dino, obviously. All right, so we got to turn 5 here, and we're going to go like this and go like this. And this is over. There's nothing we can do here, so this doesn't feel good. This is a regular, like, tough play for a Hela deck. All right, so next round, we start off with Zabu, Crystal, Death High Evolutionary. I don't really care for Clonivats all that much, but Zabu getting Crystal out early is sort of nice. We'll see what we get in this middle section. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put that in Monster Metropolis. All right, so they play 2 cards, Power Stone and Soul Stone in the middle. That's fine on our part. We're hoping on the right side we can get something that's a decent play for any of our cards. We'll put Crystal. All right, Grant. Okay, so perfect. So now we've got our Invisible Woman. We've got our MODOK, and the next thing that we really need is our Hela. Now, we do risk getting Hela pulled over there, but it's not the end of the world. All right, so they go Time Stone and Luke Cage mid. I'm going Invisible Woman cloned over there. And then I am going with my, let's see, we'll probably draw. Let's go ahead and put Crystal on the board, and we'll put her on the right-hand side because we want as many big cards to go mid as possible if we can pull our Hela. So now, while they locked down the middle with their Professor X, we did get our Hela. So our hope here now is just not to get the Hela pulled on the right-hand side, and we might still be able to make this up. If we don't get Hela on the right, I'm probably going to snap.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
So we're playing a deck that is clearly like a counter to ours, which is super annoying. Now, the nice thing is that it pulled our Invisible Woman. So the question is, and this is going to be for science, like, cool story, Spider-Man. Guess what? I now have the opportunity to put Hela over there. Now, which one's going to get exposed first? I don't know. So I've only got 3 spots, though, so we'll see how these all sort of land, and we're just going to go from there. We're just going to snap and see what happens. All right, so they play a Devil Dino left, and they play a, what is the other one? A Reality Stone. I don't care for cloning vats at all, so that's fine. All right, so now, let's see. Hopefully left-hand side goes first. Yep, perfect. MODOK is going to kill all my cards. And then on the right-hand side, I'll get my Hela, which is perfect. Now, all right, so they actually drop in exact order that we wanted. And what do you know? We got the win. It was perfect. Now, did Echo help there? No, but we got some love from Grand Central. All right, so we start with High Evo, Hulk, and Zabu, which isn't bad. We do like that when Hulk is starting. Now, I could play Echo now, but I'm not going to because I want to try to build up that Hulk. I'll play Echo on turn 2. Oh, District X. What is this trash? All right, skipping this one. All right, so they reality stone it, but it becomes Dark Dimension, so now we don't even get to see what's in there. And then there's Murder World. This is like the worst. This is literally the worst. I'm just going to use Cable and pull whatever their card and be fine with destroying it. So they've got Agent 13, and then they've got a Space Stone. They can pull something over. I assume it's probably whatever they had middle. We get a Howard the Duck. Good Lord. And that's even District X, so we're still getting the District X pulls, unfortunately. I guess I can go ahead and do this at this point. There's nothing really all that exciting going on. I mean, they could Professor X left next turn. I guess maybe we'll just throw the Howard the Duck over there. All right, so now they're going to Professor X the right-hand side. So I'm going to want to, if possible, have something higher there, which I won't be able to do. All right, so Howard the Duck, let's see, turn 5. Oh, Watu. What do we have next? We got Spider-Ham next. Wow. Really, all I can do is just put cards on the board. So that's really where I'm at. District X, again, even though it was changed, is just not that great. That's fine. They Spider-Manned it. There's not really much. Even with Ultron, I can't do anything there. So we've got Echo mid, we've got Watu mid, and we've got okay stuff left. So we're going to go ahead and just Hulk in the middle. I mean, it's not bad. It's a 22 power Hulk. That's pretty solid. So hopefully they don't have anything gigantic mid. We'll see. Strong guy, Death. We got Echo. We've got that, and then we've got Hulk Smash. So we win the mid, so yay for having that card in there. But again, no, I mean, Echo was there. It could have been nice, but they had reveal first, so it didn't do much. It would have been nice if I got to pull first and was able to kill that Soul Stone. That would have came in pretty comfortably. All right, so next round, we do have Echo, Crystal, and MODOK to start, which isn't bad. I'm going to... You know what? Actually, since I don't have Hulk in hand, I can play Echo right away. It's a blind play, and because I have Zabu and I want to get Crystal, that's the reason I'm doing this, because I don't want to skip a turn. I want to be able to play Zabu and Crystal and not have Echo still in hand. Oh, well, and they retreated. The Echo scared them away. So I don't want to do a whole bunch of games, but you get the feel of how it can be. Still difficult to get that lineup. Now, I will say that I had plenty of games like what you saw where I didn't get the exact line I wanted, but the Hela deck can still be pretty decent. You've got a lot of high cards. There is some Sakaar / Grand Central pulls that can be helpful. The Crystal does help a little bit. Is it fantastic? Would I use it in gold and or infinite? I'm not ready to say that yet because of the draw lines and making sure you get what you want. America Chavez, I mean, I get torn on having her in her or not. It gives me a better opportunity to get some of the cards early. But then if I don't get my Hela, I have 0 chance to get her on turn 6. So whether you're seeing Echo here and thinking about spending tokens for her, I would not spend the 6K tokens on her here. And I'm not sure I'd use the Spotlight caches either. Now, if you need Iron Lad, which was the position I was in, and that card is a really top tier type card, meaning if you've already got a lot of cards and you've got top end decks, he really helps push you over sort of that, I'd say top 5% bump into those decks. He's a good card. I needed Iron Lad, so I'm like, I'm okay pulling. No, I actually pulled him on my first pull, and I thought about stopping. I rolled the dice and pulled open one more, and I got Echo. I'm also a content creator and was like, well, I want to put out some videos like this, get some experience playing the card like I did, see what some others had to say so that I could do a video like this and be able to tell you Echo is a very, 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 and I mean very narrow card. She is nice. She does offer some protection, but it's extremely limited. I would say that she probably will shine when you get into a matchup in Conquest when you have an opponent that has Cosmo. You then do not have to worry about that Cosmo. You can make sure to put your Echo down in front of your Invisible Woman / MODOK Hela combo, your on reveal combos, your Valkyrie combos, whatever you're thinking about doing. Echo gives you that peace of mind so that you know you can continue to play against that opponent and there's not much they can do about it, at least with their Cosmo. So where are you going to land with this card? Did any of this help at all? If it did, please consider hammering down that like button. If you want to help support the channel further, there is a join membership option on YouTube. I just appreciate you watching the videos and would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.